What's up, all you beautiful bastards? Hope you're having a good day.
Frankie, has Kraft gone too far? Has science gone too far? Today on BoxMac. You take a good thing, and then what do you do? What do you do with good things in life? You put breadcrumb shit on top of them.
Cracker Barrel has almost completely not steered us wrong. We've tried all 4 of their varieties, and with the exception of maybe a slightly too chewy bacon bit, they've all been fantastic.
Yes.
The best mac we've ever had.
That's right.
When people go, what's the best mac? What do you say?
Cracker Barrel.
I tend to say either sharp cheddar or white cheddar. I tried the white cheddar recently again. Very, very good.
Yeah, they're all good.
Everybody knows how much I hate crummy crap on top.
Yes, and I have come to hate the crummy crap on top.
Except that in Ashley's homestyle episode, you didn't defend me at all on that. You're like, let her put crap on it, Frankie.
I am in favor of every one of your actions.
Even the breadcrumbs, John. Are you gonna betray me at this stage?
Yes. There might be something to it, Frankie.
Don't listen to her.
Those breadcrumbs look pretty good.
I really, really disagree.
It looks to me like browned delicious. So this is Cracker Barrel's new oven-baked macaroni and cheese dinner, right?
It's probably because people started to realize that these are great variety macs, and they said, hey, you know what's even better though? When I put breadcrumbs on mine. And then Cracker Barrel was like, fine, we'll put breadcrumbs on ours.
Why do people want crumbly, gummy crap?
I think that they're trying to separate their delicious gourmet mac from Blue Box.
Okay.
Your theory in the past has been that there's a practical use, that it seals in heat.
Yes, it's supposed to, in theory, but in practice, you can just put a layer of cheese on top and let that do the same job.
Right.
We tested it. These were provided by our lovely and wonderful EJ.
They were $4.99 each.
That's a lot of money.
And they're not even that big. They're 12.3 ounce.
A normal box of Kraft is more than that already. It's 14 ounces.
I don't know if there's a bacon version.
The bacon was clearly the weakest of the other ones, as we know.
I think this is a great sampling of this.
The baking component, as they say on the directions, is actually optional. We're going to bake today, which is going to make this a extra long episode.
Should we consider fracturing it?
Into 2 parts. You'll piss off that 2 people, Frankie.
We're not gonna. This has got to be one long episode. It.
We'll do it live.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
I'm going to open these up here.
Contributing to the time.
For some reason, Frankie, the packet is resealable, and I don't know why. I don't know why you'd ever need to reseal. Give a feel to the weight of noodle. It's not much.
Weird. Why not sell these in bigger portions?
We have the seasoning blend with black pepper and a touch of ground mustard. And then we got our toasted breadcrumb sachet as well. You do make a little roux with these later in the cooking process. You do have to add butter.
Even though it's like a deluxe package.
Yeah.
Well, this could be interesting. Remember back when we did the 3-ingredient mac? I did it again. This time with white cheddar Cracker Barrel cheese. I adjusted the recipe to make sure that there was enough water. I don't think we added quite enough water.
Yep.
And it was significantly improved.
Yeah, we followed the directions, but we just needed more water. And up at this price level, especially when you add in the butter, you're getting into the zone of that mac.
And actually, I think this is probably harder work.
Yeah, because you got to do the baking.
What are you talking about? Oh, baking.
Yeah, baking.
I thought you said bacon.
Have you seen that classic clip about making bacon pancakes?
No.
They set to the song New York. It's a couple years old now. Making bacon pancakes, making pancakes, I forget the lyrics. It's about making bacon pancakes. You ever had a bacon pancake? I've never had one, but they sound delicious.
Each bag has a unique seasoning.
It has a green icon on it. Is that one colored?
Yellow.
Well, look at that. Somebody was thinking.
With the sharp cheddar, you got paprika and a touch of ground mustard. It is pretty clear that they're trying to package for you, Mama's home style mac and cheese. The Havarti comes with garlic and chives.
Ooh. We need a half cup of milk for these too, Frankie. So this is
crazy.
A lot. This is quite a bit of work now.
Which is why I'm kind of like, why not just package more noodles in there? Chances are you're not just making this for yourself.
That's right.
He's fine. He's okay.
And the milk is okay too. Thankfully, this milk had a screw cap and not one of those caps that's just a pop cap, because it would have made the biggest mess we ever had on BoxMac. Much bigger than a butter spill. I think a gallon of milk whomping out on the floor. When haven't you ever heard a gallon of milk whomp? Like whomp, whomp, whomp.
Hemorrhaging milk.
Yes, it would have just been doing that on my floor.
It's funny to think about when it's not real.
It's fine, because it didn't happen. Quite a bit of milk too, as much as a box of thick and creamy.
I'm doing an aggressive stir today.
Good. That's good.
Making bacon pancakes.
Bacon, I really wish I could remember the song.
Oh, this is from Adventure Time.
Yes.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
Oh, I love it.
That's pretty funny.
This is the hidden stash of dishes, by the way. All rarely used dishes go down there.
I have to say the water is nicely salted today.
Thank you.
You know, I tried to noodle prematurely.
I understand, and I appreciate your commentary. There's so many sachets over here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't understate how pleased I am that they added the color coding.
For $4.99, you get a premium product.
I better. Let me see what the ingredients are like in here.
The ingredient hole. Don't touch the ingredient hole. What do you got, John? What are you finding?
There's yeast in here.
In this room?
No, in the Mac.
I heard a little explosion of.
From what? From me?
Yep.
Give it a little sniff. Very peppery.
Yeah, definitely. Is it the kind of thing we can taste before we bake?
It's got a lot of flour in it because they're gonna make the thing, so it's gonna taste like raw flour.
All right.
This one does smell a little bit like paprika. It's got an orange cast to it. The garlic and chives is quite strong. Give it a scent. That might be a little overwhelming in the final product.
But it's still sort of small, and remember, it's going to be diluted with this cheese. So it really just heightens this.
Yep.
Isn't that the idea?
That's the idea.
Melt the butter over medium-low heat. Stir in the seasoning.
We're in Whoville, I see.
All right, it's just making a basic roux, making bacon pancakes. we gotta make it bacon No, we have to bake it for 10 minutes. You can blow on it, you know. It makes them not scaldingly hot to your hand.
That's done.
That was done? Oh crap, Frankie. There's a problem. The pans have to be empty for a long time to make the roux. And I need you to send out.
What do you need me to do?
I need an emergency strainer. Be right back.
See ya.
Making pancakes. Hi, Zach. Making pancakes. That's how it's gonna make. All right, I got the big strainer.
It have to be in holding.
Yes.
To make the roux in an empty pot.
That's right. Frankie, there was some inexpert stirring here. I put you in charge of stirring. Look what happened.
Well, I did try.
So if that's ready, we should put the sauce in. Mix that in and let it brown for a little bit.
The intention here is like, for someone who wants to make a fancy mac but doesn't want to make a fancy mac,
Pretty much.
they don't want to do their own recipe. They're like, just use ours, but you will get to cook.
It needs to thicken a little bit more than that, then we're gonna start adding the milk.
There was a lost noodle in there. It's
okay.
Should I try it?
It tastes like buttery noodle.
I need a fork.
Too much.
No, you don't want that.
What did it taste like, Frankie?
The seasoning.
Slowly add this into there while continuously mixing.
Oh yeah? It's just that it dribbles, you know?
Yeah.
If you try to do slow. This almost is more appropriate for like the Christmas episode or something. I do like that cheese.
Yeah. Smells pretty good. Smells like we're making a real roux here.
The more it mixes, the better it smells. It's nice. You're managing two over there. You're making pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
Oh jeez. Almost had a bacon pancake. Could you cut the cheese for me, Frankie?
Why couldn't I sample this before we bake it?
You certainly can.
I thought you said something about flour. Is it the kind of thing we can taste before we bake?
It's got a lot of flour in it because they're gonna make the thing, so it's gonna taste like raw
Okay.
flour.
All right.
No, it's all done now. It's fine.
Oh.
You just weren't quite ready when you were gonna try to do this. Could you stir this one
I
for
think
me?
you were mistaken.
It's very white.
Well, that's the white cheddar, so it makes sense that you'd want the sauce to be light.
The source.
Here, squeeze the rest of this out. I'm having troubles with my life.
The source and the seasoning. Susical over here. Interesting. I mean, it's very good. It's Cracker Barrel, but with seasoning. And some people, cheddar Havarti is their favorite.
Tastes like candy snacks to me.
Yeah.
It's been sitting a little bit in there, so it needs a little help. I understand why you lost noodles.
Your noodle loss ratio is greater than mine.
Yeah.
I start to feel a little carpal tunnel. I can actually see the seasoning in this one.
Whoa, each is. Oh, that's f***ing hot. Jesus.
Oops.
Christ.
You
Let's
all right?
go on. Yeah, burn my hand. It's hard to get in here. I'd have to.
It's sticky.
Yeah, it's really thick.
So this is Havarti. Look at that, man.
And now we're gonna crap it up with breadcrumbs in a minute.
They're all freaking delicious.
Should I try them now?
Just one bite.
I'm gonna keep my final comments to the end. All right, we gotta get toasted crap on these. Where's our third pack of toasted crap? I'm just gonna kind of dribble it over, I guess. It's the ruining of the mac. Get our crap topping on.
Crap-topular.
Okay, I don't know how it's gonna come out. It's kind of a lot of work for yourself.
Maybe you and one other person?
Yeah, but there's not all that much pasta. With a box of normal Cracker Barrel, you can serve 2.
My opinion is that if it's home style,
Yeah.
it should feed more.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. They won't stay here. Frank, fix those.
What are you trying to do?
I was trying to make them like stand up so it looked kind of nice. We're ready to pull these out of the oven. Just let me get these out of the oven. Make it nice macky sounds.
Oh, I can hear that one.
They smell nice. I don't like the crumbs.
These are gonna be real hot, hotter than much. Hotter than
much.
Let me just say, I think we took a perfectly lovely mac and we added crap to it.
This is sharp cheddar.
Yep.
It was way better without being baked.
Yeah.
Now it tastes like crunch.
Tastes like breadcrumbs, yeah.
The seasoning's nice.
Yeah.
The baking caused the cheddar flavor to be toned down,
Yep.
which is one of my favorite things about the mac.
Yeah, and the crunch top did say crunchy, but I don't really want my mac to crunch. Let's try this one next. This is the white cheddar.
The cheese flavor comes through a lot more.
Yes, I like the little bit of pepper. The pepper's nice.
Do you remember what they tasted like before they were baked?
Yeah.
And
They were better.
they were delicious.
The stuff on top isn't just really nothing for it. It's also not super creamy. Usually when you do a baked mac, what you do is you overwater it so that when it dries out a little in the oven, it's fine. This is a little dry.
It masks some of the flavors that I really love.
Yeah.
Like the cheese, like salt. And then finally Havarti, which contains
Garlic and chives.
I inhaled a breadcrumb.
Can barely taste the garlic and...
The breadcrumbs are just so in the way.
Yeah. Plus they're seasoned breadcrumbs, which means that they're automatically adding in that kind of Italian layer of flavor.
In comedy, we call that hat on a hat.
Yeah.
You taught me what the phrase hat on a hat means. Like it's one funny thing, but then another totally separate funny thing on top of it.
We had a hat on, and then we put another hat on top of the hat, and then all of a sudden, you're kind of just look like an idiot.
And again, kind of dry, honestly.
So not bad, but wouldn't you prefer the regular?
Oh, yeah.
The seasoning is interesting. I say if you buy these, make them and don't bake them.
Yeah, they say right on the packages, you don't have to bake in a rush. Omit the baking step and sprinkle the hot macaroni and cheese with the breadcrumbs. Just throw the breadcrumbs in the trash can.
Just throw the breadcrumbs in the trash can.
But then, Frankie, you're paying $5 for what is basically a little bit of seasoning. I don't see any point. I think they're too expensive and they're not doing it for me. Well, there you go, Frankie. What do we got coming up next time?
There's some ideas.
Like what? Let's talk about it in front of the people.
There's whole brown rice pasta side.
We're not doing whole brown rice pasta side ever.
Those weird gourmet truffles.
Sure, that's a possibility. All right, we'll see you next time on
Box crumbs. Crumbs. Crap crumbs. Throw them in the trash.
Bacon pancakes. Making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon, and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.